A handheld made specifically for developers? Let's talk about that. Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the PlayDate handheld. PlayDate was created by Panic, and since 1999, Panic makes Mac software and publishes video games such as the Untitled Goose Game. The PlayDate is an interesting little device, mainly made for developers. However, even if you're not a developer, this little handheld packs a mighty punch. We're going to do a quick unboxing of the PlayDate, and even though mine is in the box, I have actually had this opened and messed with it a little bit just to kind of get a feel for it, as I didn't know if this was going to be a handheld that I'd be really interested in or not. So on the back side of the box here we made PlayDate just for fun. This little handheld game system fits perfectly in a pocket. The screen is black and white, the buttons feel great, and the flip out crank, yes, gives games a whole new spin. But the best part? PlayDate has a whole world of original gaming surprises waiting to be delivered directly to you. So let's have some fun. So opening the box, we have a very minimalistic design here. We simply have our PlayDate device and a Have Fun that has a yellow USB Type-C to Type-A. Looks like behind the charger we have a welcome pamphlet. Says thank you so much for buying the PlayDate. To get started, press lock 3 times. If nothing happens, first charge your PlayDate with the included USB cable. And here we have it, the PlayDate. This is a very minimalistic design. We have a D-pad, A-B button, looks like a button in the right-hand corner, and a 1-bit screen with a resolution of 400 by 240. The battery within is a 14 days standby clock and 8 hours active use. The CPU is a 168 MHz Cortex M7 SDK and supports Lua and C programming. Storage on the PlayDate is 16 megabytes RAM, 32 kilobytes with an L1 cache, and a 4 gigabyte flash storage. Its exact size dimensions is 76 by 74 by 9 millimeters. Included with the PlayDate is a USB-C to A cable and the user guide. The device supports BGN 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, has a built-in mono speaker with a stereo headphone jack. There's also a condenser mic built in on the bottom and a TRRS mic in. For inputs, again, this device has a D-pad, an A-B button, a sleep menu button, a 3-axis accelerometer, and a crank. The PlayDate is currently on pre-order and currently costs around $179 US. So taking a look at the PlayDate device here, looks like up top here we have that power button slash lock button. Here we have that menu button, our A and our B and our D-pad. When the system is on standby, it shows a clock, and we see here that there's new games available. An interesting thing about the PlayDate is that there's 20 built-in games, however they're not available right away, and instead it's how long you've had the device. I've had my device for about a week now, playtesting and messing around with it. On the bottom here we have that condenser microphone, a headphone jack, and our Type-C charge port. Here on the side we have our crank. We're going to go ahead and pull this out. Goes like that, and we can then crank the device. Common misconception of this device is that the crank does not charge the device, not like one of those flashlights from 2000. So let's go ahead and unlock. As soon as we unlock the device, we're greeted with our games that are installed. The very first time that you boot up your device, you'll be greeted with this message here. Warning, if you have epilepsy or have had seizures or other unusual reactions to flashing lights or patterns, consult your doctor before playing video games. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. So it kind of goes through a device calibration, and which is really neat. And as you can see, even though this screen is only 400 by 240 and it's only black and white, it looks amazing. So it's telling us to take out the crank. We're going to spin. And there you have it. So if we push this home button, we can mess with the volume, settings, or take a screenshot. So to put the device back in standby mode, you just push this lock button here, and it goes back to showing that clock. So it's currently 11:14 p.m. on Friday night. So let's go ahead and check out what that new game is. So we're going to go ahead and push A on it. And it looks like we have a sleeping robot man on a bench. It's a little awkward to do this, okay? Okay. So the crank kind of acts as going forward in time and back in time. Oh no, she's mad. Supposed to meet at 3. It's 3:08. Third date, meet at 3 o'clock. Oh, my guy, you suck at this. So in order to quit any game, we're going to go ahead and push the menu button here, and we're just going to go back home. So overall, is the PlayDate meant for everyone? No, absolutely not. Is there a lot of bang for your buck? Yeah, again, I don't think so. I think if you are interested in developing and you're interested in learning a programming language, whether it be Lua or C programming, I think this is a really neat device that you can play with and then immediately test out your creations that are yours. I think there's a lot of value in that. I think if you're just the average consumer and you're just wanting a device to be able to play, then I'm gonna say it's probably not meant for you. There are a lot of great games on itch.io, but again, this is meant for developers. This is meant for wanting to create something and have others play it, or just have a game that you made yourself and be able to play it on a device yourself. It's still very neat. I do plan on kind of messing around with this a little bit. I don't think I'll ever release anything on the PlayDate. I think I might just make a couple of things for myself, and maybe some sort of version of a watered down version of Everstar on the PlayDate, and just kind of tinker around with it and see what I can do with it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. If you're interested in seeing a video about how to make your own game for the PlayDate, let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about Everstar, join the Discord. Have a great week, everybody, and take care.